Hey, it's John here from Planet Kambo. Thanks for signing up for this 3-part video series. Now, Kambo is an incredible medicine and I'm very privileged to be able to work with it. So what is Kambo? Kambo is actually the waxy secretion from the PHYLLOMEDUSA tree frog from the Amazonian jungle. It's also known as the Sapo frog or the Kambo frog. Now in this video series, we're going to take a look at the 3 stages of the Kambo process. That's the reset, the restore and the revive, and how each one can benefit you. So what are the benefits of Kambo and why do people do it? Well, Kambo is actually one of the strongest natural anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antibiotic and antifungal substances on the planet. And it also acts as a very powerful natural anaesthetic. Kambo is an amazing detoxifier, so it completely clears out the liver, the intestines and the whole of the digestive system. The poison itself is a cocktail of peptides and neuropeptides, and these have a powerful effect on the body and brain and allow the body to heal itself. It improves cognitive functioning, so it's going to actually improve how you think, the way that you think. It removes emotional blocks. So we all get stuck emotions in our body when we go through different traumas in our lives. Emotions do get stuck in the body and Kambo helps to release these blocked emotions. Not only that, but it's an amazing immune system boost. Once you start working with Kambo regularly, you'll literally never ever get sick. Kambo is really great for healing chronic autoimmune and other health conditions. Now there are stories all over the internet of people that have healed quite difficult health conditions through using Kambo. Kambo also is really great for menstrual cramps for women. So if you time Kambo right, Kambo can completely remove all pain associated with menstruation for women. The way Kambo is obtained is the local tribesmen go to the area that the frogs inhabit, and what they do is they actually imitate the sound of the frog in order to attract them. Then they capture the frogs and they extract the venom. So Kambo has been used for centuries by these indigenous tribes. They use it to heal themselves and they use it before they hunt. So Kambo has an effect, a short-term effect of boosting your reflexes and boosting your senses. So for them, Kambo is hunting magic. The night before they hunt, they take a big dose of Kambo and then they go out the next day and they hunt. So now let's take a brief look at the 3 stages of the Kambo process. So we have the reset, the restore and the revive. Now the reset is the initial purge. So this is what happens immediately when you take Kambo. And this is where Kambo is working through the body to clear out the toxins. And in this process, you're going to get slightly nauseous and it's going to make you sick. That's the reset part of the process. The restore part of the process, this is immediately after you've taken the Kambo. So this will be within 10 to 20 minutes of going through that purging process. And this is where you get the calm mindset will come over you. It washes over the whole body. It's just a wonderful state of calm. And the last stage of the Kambo process is the revive. And these are the long-term benefits. These are the effects that are going to last for months and years after. And like I mentioned earlier, the main one being when you work regularly with Kambo, you literally never ever get sick. So now a brief summary of what we're going to be covering in this video. So in this module, we're going to be looking at stage 1, which is the reset part of the Kambo process. The reset stage is made up of 3 parts. Part 1 is the science of the detoxification process. So this is where I'm going to explain how Kambo actually works to detoxify the body, to clear the liver and the digestive system. Part 2 is where we take a look at the energetic clearing. This is how Kambo works on a metaphysical level to clear the energy and clear the emotional blocks. And I'll explain what something called panema is. And in part 3, we're going to take a look at the healing power of the group work. So this is where we take Kambo in a group ceremony, and when everybody purges together, it has a huge benefit. So welcome to part 1. This is the science of the detoxification process, the benefits of the cleanse and how Kambo works to clear the liver and the intestines. So the Kambo medicine itself contains bioactive peptides and neuropeptides, and these communicate to the brain through the lymphatic system in the body. So what do these neuropeptides do? Well, in the reset part of the process, there are specific ones, namely PHYLLOMEDUSA, which affects the smooth muscle of the gut and the digestive system. So what it's doing is it's creating contractions in the smooth muscle. Now the smooth muscle are the parts of your body, the muscles in your body that you don't have voluntary control over. So for example, your bicep muscle, that's a muscle that you have voluntary control over. I can choose to tense my bicep. But the muscles that are inside your gut that help with your digestion, those ones you have no voluntary control over. And what Kambo does is it stimulates those muscles, it gets the digestive system going to allow the release of all of these toxins. So as the Kambo starts to work on you, you'll start to feel nauseous. And this is where the Kambo is stimulating those parts of your body that I mentioned earlier. It's stimulating the bowels, the digestive system and the liver. It's getting the body ready to release the toxins. So this is going to bring on feelings of nausea. And then the nausea will intensify, and when the body's ready, it will release its toxins. And this will include the bile from the liver. So bile is actually something that we use to digest fat in our diet. So the liver produces bile, and this bile helps us digest fat when we eat food. But a lot of toxins get stored in the bile, and over time those toxins will slowly be released into the digestive system, and then they'll be excreted. And what Kambo does is it clears all the bile from the liver in one go, so it gets all of these toxins out of your body when you purge. Kambo can actually make you feel quite sick during the process. So there can be some uncomfortable bodily feelings, there can be these feelings of nausea. But these feelings are not to be feared, because what's happening is the Kambo is releasing these toxins from inside your body. And as you're releasing the toxins, as these toxins are on their way out, they're going to have an effect on you. So that's why you feel so sick when you're taking it. But it's very short-lived. Kambo it's not a hugely long process. So it's a brief amount of sickness in order to get these toxins out of your body. And then we drink 1.5 to 2 litres of water just before we take the medicine. So we have a stomach full of water, and then as the nausea comes on and you start to purge, the first thing that's going to come up is water, and then when the body's ready, it will release its bile, and this is usually a yellow liquid, and it tastes very, very bitter. Occasionally you may get other colours, so it's possible to get a black purge, and this is when there's really deep stuff that's coming out of you, and it all depends how much toxins you have, how many toxins you have in your body, what emotional problems you're dealing with at the moment, because Kambo, like I said, it doesn't just work on the physical, it also works on the emotions, and the more emotional stuff that you have that you need to clear, usually the more difficult a process you'll need to go through. So really it's only this first stage of the Kambo process, the reset stage, which is actually unpleasant. Once the body's gone through this deep purge, once it's released all its toxins, what this does is it wipes the slate clean for the participant. Welcome to part 2. Here we're going to look at energetic clearing and lifting of panema. So you're probably wondering, what is panema? Now, Kambo is used primarily by the indigenous tribes from the Amazon. And for them, they believe in a dark energetic force called panema. So panema will manifest as bad luck, depression, laziness, or confusion. So if things are not going right in your life, it's because you have panema around you. It's almost like a dark cloud that's hanging over you. And what Kambo does is it clears you energetically, and it lifts this dark cloud, and it removes this panema. So Kambo really helps to restore energetic balance within the body. It realigns the body's energies. Kambo works on a physical and a metaphysical level. So where physically we're purging water and we're purging yellow liquid, on a metaphysical level, what's happening also is you're purging these emotional blocks, you're purging this dark energy that's stuck inside you. So when you look down in that bucket and you see the purge that's come out of you, it's not just a physical purge, that's your negative emotions that are coming out. So essentially everything is made of energy. This whole world that we know is made of energy. We're made of energy, and some of the energy inside of us is of a high vibration, and this benefits us. Other energy that we pick up from different places and from other people is of a lower vibration, and this is not beneficial to us, and some of it can actually be harmful to us. So when we're using Kambo and we're purging, what Kambo's doing is it's removing the lower vibrational stuff from you. The higher vibrational stuff that benefits you that stays with you, and Kambo removes the lower vibrational energy that we don't need. Now, I've actually experienced some of this energy transfer firsthand. So being a Kambo facilitator myself, when I'm holding space for other people to take Kambo and they're releasing their negative energy, they're releasing their lower vibrational stuff, sometimes I pick it up. So when they're purging, I actually take on some of this negative energy. And then what I need to do is, after a Kambo session, I need to cleanse myself. And one of the best ways to do that for me actually is to take Kambo myself. I'll take Kambo at home, and all this negative energy that I've picked up from other people, I then release that myself through using Kambo. So welcome to part 3. This is the healing power of group ceremonial purging. Now, the indigenous tribes of the Amazon jungle, when they take Kambo, they usually do it before they hunt. The night before they're going to hunt, they'll take this medicine, and they'll take it as a whole community. So the women and the children, as well as the men who are the hunters, will take this medicine. They take it as a whole group. And what this does is it increases social bonding between the people that are taking Kambo. Now, there's actually been some research done into this, that when participants of a group go through a difficult process together. Now, Kambo is a difficult process. It's an ordeal medicine. When people in a group go through a difficult process together, what happens is it creates almost like a social glue between them. So the people that go through this, they feel more connected to each other. It's quite a powerful phenomenon, actually. And when I've taken Kambo myself, and I've done it in a ceremony, not as a facilitator, but I've received Kambo in a group setting, you do really feel this incredible bond with the other people that you take Kambo with. So as you're going through the Kambo process, you can look around you and you can see the other people going through the same process as you. And this creates the feeling of a shared experience, that you're on this journey together with all of these other people. So the physical discomfort that you feel when you take Kambo is actually a key element in creating this social bonding. At a Planet Kambo Circle, there's a real community spirit, and we enhance this with powerful meditation and evocative music. So we invite you to come and join us at one of our circles. So to recap, the Kambo process is made up of 3 stages: the reset, the restore, and the revive. Now today we looked at the reset, which is made up of 3 parts. Part 1 is the detoxification of the body. It's the clearing of the liver and the intestines and the digestive system. Kambo communicates with the brain through the lymphatic system using neuropeptides. And these neuropeptides cause the body to release all of its toxins, and they're released as a physical purge. Part 2 was the energetic clearing and the lifting of panema. So as well as a physical purge, Kambo also induces an energetic purge, and this is where all the negative energies that are inside you are released with the bile into the bucket. Part 3 is the shared bond that you feel with the others in the Kambo ceremony, and that feeling of connection. And research suggests that difficult experiences actually create a social glue that bonds people together. In the next video, we're going to be looking at the restore part of the Kambo process, and we're going to take a more detailed look at how Kambo is actually applied. So the restore is what happens immediately after you take Kambo. Now the first thing that you'll notice is a calm, meditative-like state, and this is caused by more powerful neuropeptides acting on the brain. The second thing is heightened senses. So this is clearer vision, sharper hearing, and a greater body awareness. Now this is why the indigenous use Kambo before they hunt. The third is increased strength and physical prowess. And this is another reason why the indigenous use this medicine, because it makes them stronger and more physically able. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Aho. Boom.